Okay, guys, we are back once again for another stocks by request. And what's so interesting today is the PSEI dropped, broke down. We made a video about that just a few hours ago, but I want to double down on certain stocks also that have dropped massively today. Please do note that the movement that we are seeing today also is brought about by a lot of stocks that their fundamentals may not have been so good, but they have gone up pretty much because of price action. And please remember, sometimes stocks move up based on price action, not just because of the fundamentals, but because a lot of people are buying them. And the tricky part about that is when you see certain stocks go up because of price action, normally also when people take profits, when people sell, which is normal also, no, please do note that people are in the market to make money, to make good trades, to earn. And when they see their positions up already, and considering it's a bit speculative, considering they're moving not because of fundamentals, a lot of people want to take out their profits and also pocket some of those earnings as well. So that's the common narrative. And please remember, hindi lang ngayon yung 2021, it happens over and over and over and over. If the name of the game of how you want to come in is price action, you also need to know how to get out based on price action. And in my opinion, I don't speculate. I just use technicals in everything. And that's why every time we analyze here based on whatever you see in the channel, it's predominantly based on technical analysis. So I want to start things off by talking about APL. APL had a si Salve is here also. She's in Mikumu, pork chop yata. So APL is up. Didistract ako sa Kumu. APL is down 1.7 with 1.7 billion value turnover. It went down by 29.64%. And what's so interesting about technicals is we mentioned this in yesterday's stream. We did the live stream yesterday. Isang oras yun, natuwa ako doon. But we mentioned that the support is at the 0.196 level. And true enough, following support and resistances in terms of analyzing technical analysis, the stock closed at 0.197. So very, very close to where the support is. And I think that's the tricky part, no, when you see certain stocks go massively up, it fails to develop certain resistances. And the problem with that is when sell downs happen, similar to what we're seeing here, there was a big drop from 0.29 to 0.196, predominantly because wala ngang support na nag-protect sa kanya, kasi nung umaakyat siya, wala siyang resistance, so wala rin nag-block sa kanya. Please remember, when stocks break down, what the previous resistance becomes the new support. And as what we saw here, there was no resistance prior to the 0.29 level. That's why when it started to go down, it was massively up. It even broke past the 20-day moving average. Now, looking at signals, we mentioned this prior also that it already crossed below the RSI. Today, another bearish indicator started to come out. As you can see right here, MACD also. So you can see, let me fix my chart. Well, better. Ang gulo ng chart. What happened here? Sorry guys, I'm fixing my chart. There you go. Okay, as you can see right here, it crossed down as well. So you have the cross down from RSI, which happened a few days back. Then you have the cross down also from MACD, confirming moves that we have right now. So as of today, this is what we have for APL. It's out of the upward push. It's below the 20-day moving average. It broke below the 0.29 level. It's below already the 20-day moving average. Then you have a large red candle. For today, it's sitting at the 0.196 support level. So narrative for tomorrow, and at least something that you need to watch out for, is if it bounces from the 0.196 level, then the move that's in play is 0.196 support, then our 0.29 resistance. However, flip side, if selling will continue, and please do note that we have more sell signals that have emerged, even at this point in time, that the stock has gone down massively, RSI is still not oversold. It just dipped below overbought levels, and you have MACD telling you that there's a change in direction. So possible areas where it could go or it could retrace is here, 0.15, where the uptrend, the longer term uptrend is around this level, or to as low as where the 50-day moving average is, somewhere around the 0.129 level, or back right here to the point where it started to break out at the end of the year at the 0.108 level. So yun yung problem when stocks move up predominantly based on price action. When selling happens, everyone sells, and then the charts also follow and reveal the sell downs happening. That's why, again, I'll never stop saying this. When this is how you want to trade, you better make sure that you need to know when to exit and what parameters are you using to exit. Because if you're just there to make a gain, everyone wants to make a gain eh. But you need to set the parameters and your rules for engagement to know how you're supposed to get out. And when I say how you're supposed to get out, yung get out na yun, it's not always a gain. There will be instances also that it will be a loss. So I just want to share that. And for those who somehow no may have lost money because of this, I do hope that this becomes also a lesson. Please remember, mistakes are not just there to, they hurt, pero the learning that you will get on top of it is what will allow you to become a better trader, a better investor. And that's why I keep saying this over and over and over and over, that the ultimate way for you to do well in the markets is to gain experience, because it's those experiences that will protect you in later trades. And if you're in your second year, third year, if you have 40 years to trade, you still have a lifetime ahead of you para mabawi yung mga mistakes for today. That's APL. Next, I want to talk about Mary Mart. So for Mary Mart, again, textbook still. When Salve was with me last week, we mentioned that was pretty consistent na nasa resistance siya. Walang nagbago. Was at the resistance. And true enough, today still did not break the resistance. And textbook technical analysis, when a stock is at the resistance, sellers emerge. And when sellers emerge, you see it drop massively. And that's what happened also today. Failed to break out from the 8 peso resistance level, causing it to close lower at the 6.89. But I want to show this. Allow me to zoom in further. You will see this as we start analyzing more. Two sell signals emerge even more. What are those? This uptrend line that I drew starting January 4 from the bounce from the support, it got broken today, and it also got reinforced by the 20-day moving average, seeing the stock fail to hold and break the 20-day moving average. So in one day, did 4 things actually. Large red candle with a lot of volatility, predominantly also because it failed to break the resistance at 8. Then because it failed, then it broke the short-term upward trending line. Then it broke the 20-day moving average. MACD is still confirming that there's still a change in direction. So now, landing spot. Failure to break the resistance will bring the stock back to the support. So where's our next support? Still the same. It has not changed. Where the 50-day moving average is at the 6.4 level. So that's where we are for Mary Mart. So the difference between Mary Mart, it broke the upward trending line, the shorter term, but it's still within the range that we're seeing right here at the 6.4 mark. So possible landing spot, Mary Mart, 6.4. If it fails to hold that, let's see if the 50-day moving average can protect it. But if it's not, next possible area for it to go, 5.7 peso support level. So, but since a lot of you are requesting this naman, for sure, we're going to talk about this still on a daily basis. By the way, Mary Mart down 12.23%. APL was down 29.64%. was down 12.23%. Value turnover, 658 million pesos. For those of you watching this that are asking, bakit puro yan yung pinag-usapan? We talked about the index, the PSEI, those who are watching large cap stocks, those who are watching FMETF, those who are watching mutual funds. We talked about that at 6 p.m. today. You can reference that also. But rest assured, we're going to tackle more and more stocks over the next few hours. And that's what I like about raw videos like this. No need for edit. And then I can based on what's happening on the market, it allows me to be able to share it as relevant as possible. Now, speaking of stocks that have dropped massively, PHA is also down. PHA dropped 28.97% from one from 2.52 yesterday to 1.79 pesos per share today. It's down again 28.97% with a value turnover of 599 million. So pretty strong, no? So the upward movements, we saw large volumes. In the same way for today, we're also seeing large volumes on a downward level. Okay, PHA, if you notice the chart that I'm drawing here, it looks the same, similar as APL, similar also to MM. The short-term upward trending line is broken. The difference lang between PHA is we already had evidence yesterday that it failed to break the resistance at 2.9. Again, I repeat, the difference between the way you analyze PHA and Merrimart is Merrimart was hovering at the resistance. However, PHA yesterday already gave you evidence that it failed to break the resistance with a large red candle. Then if you notice it also, RSI already gave you also a heads up on how it's looking. So couple of those are warning shots already for PHA. But today, large red massive candle with volume, breakage of the uptrend line, but similar to Merrimart and and APL, we saw the stock break below the 20-day moving average. Plus, MACD, almost the same configuration, has already also started to cross, signaling a change in direction. So, similar to how we analyzed APL, if you notice it though, that's what I like about technical analysis. Pwede mo ulitin eh. The same template, the same formula, or the same narrative or strategy that you would use for Bitcoin, for Apple stocks, for Tesla stocks, is the same way you would analyze also and talk about all of the other stocks that are here as well. So that's how you can play it, no? Follow the same template. When a stock breaks down, it will normally try to look for where the next support level is. And looking at it right here, right now, for PHA, the next support level, similar also to Merrimart, is where the 50-day moving average is, and it's at the 1.255 level. So again, as of now, candlestick is bearish. The upward trending line for the short term is broken. The 20-day moving average is broken. MACD is showing us a change in direction that's bearish. Then it failed to break the 2.9 resistance. Possible landing spot, should selling continue, is at the support at the 1.255 level. And if it does not hold, the next possible landing spot for it is at the 0.915 level for PHA. So I hope you guys are learning, but please do note that no matter how much I talk about this, please do not buy, sell, hold, or transact just because it's talked about here. Use this analysis, but study, do your research, do your due diligence. Try to filter out kung tama ba talaga yung ginagamit ko, ano mga indicators na ginagamit ni Marvin Germo, what is it? I need to learn about it because it's something that will work also, but you need to study it on your own. Don't just take my word for it. Don't use this data as financial advice na bibili nyo lang dahil napag-usapan dito. Your money, your responsibility. Never, ever listen to the crowd. Listen to your own conviction and your strategy. Lastly, let's talk about Dito. For Dito, I wanna zero in and double down on this. This is how Dito looks like. But by the way, for those that want to join us for our Stock Smart session, I just want to invite you. We have a small session happening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, if you want to go and have a deep dive on what technical analysis is and how I analyze it, the way I would utilize it, and the way I would use it in how I would navigate through the markets. The sessions will be Saturday, Sunday. Link is in the description below. Or for those who want to learn via the books that I've written, the links are in the description below as well. So you can learn and you can navigate and you can use the stock market by trading it with technical analysis. So I'm excited to see subscribers, and that's a nice feeling, that people that we communicate with online are people also that we get to see face to face. So I'm excited for that. Now let's go back to this charts. Dito, support 11.37. Today, it broke down for the first time. Not in the long time because it did it just a couple of days ago. But today, it broke below the 20-day moving average and it broke below the 11.37 support level. So, a couple of things talking about Dito from a bearish standpoint is Dito closed with a value turnover 494 million. It's down 9.38%. It was at 12.16 yesterday. It closed at 11.02 today. So that being said, should selling continue for Dito from a price standpoint? Possible area for it to land no will most likely be here at the 8.83 mark, which is where the 50-day moving average is. Or if selling will continue, it could be at the 7.85 level. So again, watch out for this area. If selling would continue, retracement will be here around the 8.99 or 9 peso level. Or if selling would continue, somewhere around the 8 peso mark. Please do note that RSI is close to oversold levels. MACD is continuing its change in direction. So the bearish things that we could read right now is breakdown from 11.37, large red candle, 20-day moving average breakdown, and then a change in direction in MACD. That's it so far. So the landing spot, as what I've mentioned, will be somewhere around here, around the 8.89 9 peso level to as low as around the 8 peso mark for Dito. So there. But again, if it falls to the 8 peso mark, I just want to note that it's still moving in its current larger sideways progression. But it would be another story already if it breaks below the 7.92 level. We may see a reversal specifically from it pushing up to a much lower level if the 7.92 mark for Dito does not hold. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's helpful. For the next video, this is in my main channel, no? So maybe the next video will be in the second channel. We're gonna talk about BSC, BDO, MRC, and maybe Ali. Then we're gonna talk about 4 stocks again in this channel, maybe later on again tonight. Baka mag-live ako tonight. Let me know if you guys are interested on that. If you guys are still awake around that time as well. So let's see how we can do it and how that could possibly work. But more to come tonight. Especially, I want to be with you guys at this time, giving my insight at the time where we're seeing markets drop and there's a lot of volatility. And this is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you.